Let's take a look at my top 3 best Casio watches from my collection that I most recommend for 2024. Plus, at the end of the video, I'm going to conduct an experiment on my entire collection, including a few non-Casio watches, so stick around to the end. Coming in at number 1 is none other than the G-Shock GD350, and I love this watch so much that I've now got 3 copies of it. And it was the first ever G-Shock that I bought. The main reason I chose this beautiful G-Shock is because of this button right here, which you won't see on any other watch. It's a single press countdown timer. Check it out, we're on the home menu. Boom, I've now just started a timer without needing to navigate through any menus whatsoever. And while that timer is ticking away, we can still see what time it is. The watch has a fantastic negative display. As you can see, even at a magnitude of angles, we can always tell what time it is very clearly, as well as having a great backlight with a dedicated press button, which I really love. And finally, I love that this watch has a vibration alarm, which you just don't see very commonly with G-Shocks these days. And that means that if you want to wake up just yourself and maybe not your partner or anyone else, this vibration alarm will keep that notification private just for you. If you've ever thought about picking up a GD350, now is a great time to do it, as at the end of last year, Casio just released this beauty with a positive display and gold accents, so it's at a very affordable price, and I'll leave a link for you in the description below. Watch number 2 that I highly recommend is none other than the G-Shock GWB 5600. Now I know what you're thinking. Damn, that is one fine looking G-Shock, and you are right, but that's because I have done some custom mods to it. Normally a B5600 won't have all of these gold buttons and etc. And that was honestly one of my proudest videos ever. Make sure you check out that upgrade if you missed it. But the reason I recommend the B5600 specifically is because of its functionality that I believe make it the best value square G-Shock on the market. Now, I know there will be some of you that wish to make a case that the very similar GWM5610U, this model just here, which I've also modded, is actually the best G-Shock square. However, I believe that the B5600 is the better option for most people. While both of these watches are solar powered, one of my favorite features, and feature multi-band 6, a functionality that lets them automatically sync their clocks from around the world, only the B5600 series features Bluetooth, and that's important for a few reasons. Unfortunately, to make use of multiband 6, you must be within range of one of the 6 radio towers that outputs a time signal. If you're someone like myself in Australia or one of the other countries that is not within range, this feature becomes completely irrelevant. So, by having Bluetooth enabled, the B5600 series saves the day by connecting to my phone and providing the same functionality of a daily updated time signal without the need to connect to one of the multiband 6 radio towers. Having Bluetooth also allows you to set up recurring reminders, as you can see flashing on my screen just here. So if I press this button, it should let me know what it is. V-Ball. So that's reminding me that each Thursday I've got a volleyball game to go to. For anyone interested, I have created a video on how to get multiband 6 working even if you are outside of the radio towers, which you can check out here. But for the most part, I recommend the B5600 as the best value G-Shock square. Watch number 3 that I recommend for 2024 is none other than the Casio F94W, or as I've nicknamed it, the Casio Bumblebee due to its black and yellow stripes. And this is another watch that I love so much that I own 3 copies of it. Check it out. Now, one of these is actually for a mod that I plan on doing. I didn't want to spoil my original one. And the last one is actually for a giveaway. So make sure you are a subscriber of the channel so you don't miss it when I give this one away to a viewer. Now, why do I love this simple Casio so much that I own it 3 times? Well, if you've seen my original review video for this watch, which is here if you missed it, you'll remember we compared it to the classic iconic F91W and found that it's actually functionally identical and the same exact physical dimensions. The only real difference is the lens design and the price. The way the F94W displays information is, in my opinion, much cleaner than the F91W. Take, for example, the day of the week, Thursday, just kind of sitting there randomly where it's nicely aligned in the top left. If we go to 24-hour mode, it's even more noticeable, as you can see. Secondly, the alarm signal icons, which are those two just there. You know, it doesn't look too bad on the F91. However, the F94 very neatly tucks them away into this little circular display, which I think looks really, really clean. So I find myself wearing the F94W much more frequently than the F91, and it's why I've installed this comfy strap. It's basically my new pajama watch that I wear almost every night. The cool thing is as well that this watch is actually a little bit cheaper than an F91, so I'll leave a link for you below if you'd like to get your hands on one. But what did you think of my top 3 Casio picks for the year? Is there anything that I've missed, or perhaps a watch I don't own that you'd recommend? I'd love to hear your thoughts below. Bubble says ram that like button because now it's time for our little experiment on the entire collection. Isn't it, Bubble? Have you ever wondered how much time your digital watch might gain or lose over the course of a year? Since it's the beginning of 2024, I thought it'd be the perfect time to set all of my watch collection to be perfectly in sync so that we can keep track over the next 1 year. I've just received a perfectly accurate time signal via Bluetooth connection from my phone, as you can see by the received signal. So this 5600 will be my point of reference for setting all of my other watches. Let's begin. And we are done, and what a beautiful sight to behold with all watches within 1 second. I can't wait to share the results of this with you over the year, so do make sure you are a subscriber and let me know which one of my watches do you think will have the most accurate time by the end of the year. If you'd like more info on any of the watches that you see here, I'll leave links to each watch for you below, and also my most recent collection update if you missed it. Here's another great video for you to watch next, and here's a link to our Instagram page. Come and follow us there. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next review.